Hi guys, this is Emily Cupelli for the Alleyway Stamps, and for today's card I will start cutting the front panel of my card in a diagonal using my paper trimmer. Now I will put both pieces together and will cut the straight edge of both at the same time, using my stamps as reference to know how much I have to cut. I want this stamp to fit in that area I am cutting out from my cardstock pieces. Then I will make sure they fit inside that diagonal space, and will cut as much as I need in order to get the proper space for my design. We'll end up with my upper piece a bit smaller than the lower piece, which will work great with my layout since I will be stamping my sentiment in the lower piece. Now I will take the mistletoe and candy cane from my mistletoe kisses stamp set and will stamp them on my card base using my Encore ink pad in gold. I positioned my stamp straight on an acrylic block and will align the grid lines in the acrylic block with the diagonal edge of my cardstock. You can use gold embossing powder if you prefer, but I loved the final result with this gold ink. Plus this way I avoid warping my card base unnecessarily. Regarding the ink, I really enjoyed this Encore ink. I like the color, the shimmer, and the impression I get from it. This is really the only gold ink I have tried so far, but I liked it so much that I haven't felt the necessity of looking for a different one. I'm going to add some faux stitching to the edges of my cardstock pieces using my gold gel pen. Since I didn't use a ruler, I feel it doesn't look so neat at the end, which is one of the reasons I will be remaking these parts. For the red parts of my images, I used fire brick, which I kinda ended up regretting. Once I added some stickers to the candy canes, it looks a little more orangey, so I would recommend to use barn door instead. Anyway, I still loved the final result, so I decided to keep it. To add the distress ink, I am using my Wink of Stella in clear. I love to use this glitter brush when I want to watercolor just a little bit on regular cardstock, since my regular cardstock is much more white and brighter than my watercolor cardstock. These images are so small that they don't really need much shading to look amazing, so I am doing some basic coloring so far. Plus, I am planning to add some cranberry stickers to the red areas so it wasn't going to be visible anyway. I am adding the color just to avoid getting some white peeking out through the red glitter. For the green areas, I am using forest moss. Since the leaves of the mistletoes are a little bigger, and I wasn't planning on adding stickers to it, I added some simple shades to it using the same green color. For this, I am adding the color to the upper parts of the leaves and blending it to the lower part. This way, I am getting a lighter green on the bottom and a darker green on the top. I think that simple shading adds a lot to this simple card. Thanks to the Wink of Stella, the green areas will be a little shimmery as well as the rest of the images without the need of more stickers, and will make the card look a little more elegant. To color the sticks of the mistletoes, I used the same green with my Wink of Stella. Now I am adding the stickers in cranberry to the berries of the mistletoes. I thought I would add it to the red parts of the candy canes, and the clear rock candy to the white areas, but then I realized it would be easier to simply add the same clear rock candy to the whole candy cane, and would probably look better since it would be an even coat on the entire image, plus it would look like if it were covered with sugar. You have to be careful though, since the glue in the stickers can make the distress ink bleed a little bit. Now I will stamp the phrase mistletoe kisses and candy cane wishes using my Memento Lux pigment ink in rhubarb stock. Then I glued a piece of foamy to the back of my cardstock pieces using my liquid glue, and will glue them to the card base. I wasn't sure if this glue would really stick the foamy to the cardstock, but it worked really well. At this point, I wasn't entirely happy with my card. I thought a simple card like this one needed a bit more of color and detail. So I cut 2 more pieces and colored them with my barn door distress ink pad. Then added to them some fire brick distress ink to add more dimension and interest. For this I have been using my round blending tool. This time I used a ruler and my white gel pen and added the stitched lines only along the diagonal edges. I ended up much happier with the result. Then I will prepare my cardstock for some heat embossing using my Inkadinkado powder bag and will stamp the same phrase with my Versamark ink pad. I will add some superfine detail embossing powder from Ranger in gold and will go ahead and heat set it with my heat gun. Finally, I glue my pieces to the top of the ones I had already on my card. Here you can see all the shine and how the red panels make the center area pop much more than before. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel as well as the Alleyway Stamps channel if you are not subscribed yet. Don't forget to visit my blog to see the full list of supplies and more close-up pictures. Here are 2 other videos for you to watch where I used some coffee mugs stamps to create some cards perfect for these cold seasons. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!